when we have an emotion, it takes 90 seconds for that emotion to move through physically, viscerally through the body, right? But does anyone ever feel anger or sadness that goes past 90 seconds? We all do. We feel emotions over and over, right? So let's talk about that for a second. Those emotions, why do they keep going? It only takes 90 seconds for them to move through the body. How do we keep feeding them? With the next thought. And then we feel it again for 90 seconds. And then what do? We feel it for we feed it with the next thought. And then we feed it with the next thought. So I have control and choice over my thoughts. And I don't feel like I do sometimes, right? Then your emotions get completely out of control. If you've ever experienced that, it's not a good feeling. So emotions are this incredible messenger. The mind, the thoughts keep fueling it to get you back into the loop, back into the loop, back into the frenetic loop. Make sense? So what we want to do is begin to break away from that and begin to recognize we have a point of choice. Before we start spiraling down, we can choose. So a great way to choose when the mind is going down that is to move the body. Let the body move first. Get it moving, do yoga, go for a run, go for a walk, do some jumping jacks, something. You can shift the mind, bring it back in, and really start believing the true thoughts that you're feeding yourself. Make sense? We are in charge of our thoughts, and we do not have to believe every thought that we have. So the mind is everything. What you think, you become. What you think, you become. And we all understand, and we've seen people who thought they couldn't do something and cut themselves off from great opportunities. The mind can override just about anything, right? So we've got to give it what it needs to fuel us in the direction that we want it to take us. So our thoughts, it takes 90 seconds for it to travel through. Self-talk, we've already talked about that. There are thoughts that we're saying to ourselves, right? That are not positive thoughts, that really beat us down, and we don't want to continue that. And then for stress, the sympathetic system. We're constantly in that sympathetic system physically. So going to the breath, like we've done twice already, we're going to do it 2 more times. We're going to go back to the breath, back to that centered place to unhook us from the sympathetic system and take us into the parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest. The entire body functions so much better when we are in a restful, life-giving state. And the mind is what we're going to practice, improving that, strengthening it, so that it becomes the fuel for us living this incredible life.